As you begin to listen to these words, perhaps you've already noticed how effortlessly your mind begins to wander. What if it were just that simple? What if everything you've ever desired, all the wisdom, joy and freedom, was already there, waiting for you to play with it, just like a child picks up a toy? Isn't it fascinating how the simplest truths often carry the most profound transformations? You see, a child doesn't question the game. They simply step into it. They explore. They imagine. They try things on, knowing they can change them at any moment. And what's remarkable about this is how natural it feels, how effortlessly they embody a state of curiosity and openness. And as you're considering this now, you might begin to realize how that same spirit, that same playful energy, it lives within you, because it always has. Notice now how your unconscious mind is already beginning to align with this idea. You don't have to force it. In fact, the more you relax into this moment, the more your deeper mind understands that stepping into higher consciousness, it isn't about trying harder. It's about letting go of effort, the overthinking, the complexity. It's about receiving what's already there, like catching a ball someone throws to you. You don't need to analyze every move. You simply catch it. And isn't it curious how the word receive feels when you really think about it? To receive is to allow. To receive is to open. To receive is to trust that what is being given is for you. So now imagine for a moment what it's like to step into this receiving fully. Welcome the higher dimensions of consciousness, the limitless possibilities, as if they were a gift being placed directly into your hands. Feel how natural that is, almost as though it's happening right now. And here's the thing, children don't just receive, they play, they experiment. They turn that gift over in their hands, toss it in the air, see what it does, and what else it can become. Imagine yourself now, in this moment, rediscovering what it feels like to play with your life, to turn it over, try it on, and explore it with the same wide-eyed wonder. Because when you do, something truly magical begins to happen. Limitations dissolve, possibilities expand. What once seemed impossible becomes simply the next step. And there's something delightful, isn't there, about keeping it simple? Because the simpler it is, the more fun it becomes. And the more fun it becomes, the more you want to engage with it. That's the secret, the kingdom of heaven, the higher dimensions of consciousness. It isn't some faraway place you have to strive to reach. It's right here, right now, in the simplicity of your being. And your unconscious mind knows this already, doesn't it? Because there's a part of you that always knows. And as you consider this, imagine what it's like to truly enter this state, to step fully into the moment, as if it were a doorway opening just for you. There's no resistance, no hesitation, only curiosity, only ease. Because when you step through, you're not just walking into something new. You're remembering something you've always been a part of. It's as though you're reuniting with a forgotten piece of yourself. The part that knows how to wonder, how to imagine, how to dance with the infinite possibilities that life offers. And now, as you begin to integrate this, notice how your mind naturally finds connections. How effortlessly you begin to see the opportunities to embrace this playfulness in your everyday life. Isn't it fascinating how the most profound transformations can happen when you least expect them? When you're simply open to what's possible, ready to receive and willing to play. Because that's the truth, isn't it? Life is a gift, and the more you play with it, the more you discover, the more you expand, and the more you realize stepping into these higher dimensions. It isn't about waiting, it's about saying yes, right here, right now, just like a child, because it really is that simple, isn't it? And as you imagine this simplicity unfolding, picture what it's like to embrace the unknown, with the same excitement a child feels when discovering a new game. You may find yourself already stepping into a flow, a rhythm, where every moment offers something new, something wonderful. It's as if your unconscious mind has already begun weaving this playful curiosity into the fabric of your being. Now, as you reflect on this, notice how each word resonates deeply within you, effortlessly planting seeds of wonder and excitement for what's possible. These seeds grow on their own, don't they? Without you needing to do anything at all. They blossom naturally, and before you even realize it, you're stepping more fully into that playful state, that higher awareness. It's as though your unconscious has been guiding you all along, hasn't it? And isn't it fascinating how, even now, your unconscious is discovering new ways to make this playful perspective a natural part of your life? It's as if every breath you take is drawing this belief deeper and deeper into your core, allowing it to become a foundation for every action, every thought, every choice. And as this foundation strengthens, you might notice how much easier it becomes to simply receive, to trust, and to play. So now imagine this. With every step you take from this moment forward, you're walking into a life filled with childlike wonder. Every door you open reveals new opportunities to explore, to experiment, to expand. And the more you explore, the more you trust, the more you realize it was always meant to be this way. It's not just a possibility, it's your birthright. To live fully, to love freely, and to play endlessly with the infinite gifts that life has to offer. And as you let this settle, feel the joy of knowing that it's already yours. You've already stepped into it, haven't you? Yes, that's right. You're there now, and it feels so good, so freeing, so beautifully simple, doesn't it? You might find yourself wondering, perhaps even now, how easy it could be to let go of what has been, and open your hands, open your heart, open your mind, as a child does effortlessly. And as you do, isn't it fascinating to notice how curiosity begins to awaken inside you, like the first rays of sunlight stretching across a quiet morning? Something stirs, something remembers. Because somewhere deep within you, you've always known, haven't you? The world is a playground. And as you consider this now, you might even begin to notice that playfulness is the key, the secret, the golden thread, connecting you to something vast, something limitless, something heavenly. And perhaps it's not about trying so hard or thinking so much, but receiving, playing, and allowing. Think of a moment when you've seen a child completely absorbed, completely present, building a sandcastle or chasing a butterfly. That's the moment, isn't it? That's the essence. You might begin to imagine now what it would be like if, yes, you could approach life in that way, just for a while, or longer. What happens when you allow yourself to play, to experiment, to explore? What becomes possible when you step out of the serious and into the sacred simplicity of play? And as you ponder this, there's a part of you already receiving this truth, like catching a ball effortlessly thrown. Isn't it funny how your unconscious mind just knows what to do with it? How it holds onto it lightly, turning it over, examining it, playing with it until, yes, it simply clicks. You're remembering now, aren't you? How good it feels to trust, to leap, to laugh, to live with that sparkle of wonder in your eyes. It doesn't seem obvious in this moment that this is what it's all about. That the way to the higher dimensions of consciousness, it's not a climb, not a struggle, but a dance, a game, a joyful surrender. And as you notice that dance, you might begin to realize every step you take, every move you make, brings you closer to that deep inner knowing, a knowing that's always been there, quietly waiting for you to rediscover it. And isn't it curious how, the more you play, the more you trust, the easier it becomes to access this space, that kingdom within, where everything feels light, free, and possible. You might even notice now, as you're hearing this, how your mind begins to weave these ideas together, effortlessly creating patterns of play, joy and curiosity. And those patterns, once begun, start to grow, to ripple through your thoughts, your actions, your world. Isn't it amazing how simple it can be? Every breath you take, every moment you pause, every time you laugh, you're stepping deeper into that space of effortless connection. It's as though your unconscious mind is saying, yes, this is it. This is the way. And as you hear that inner voice now, you might notice how it feels. That warm, gentle sensation of alignment, of being exactly where you need to be. And perhaps you've already started to notice how this playful awareness, it's weaving into your daily life. How decisions become lighter. How challenges transform into opportunities to experiment and to grow. How every interaction carries with it a spark of wonder, hint of magic. And as this becomes your reality, doesn't it feel good to know that you're living this truth? Because it's all here, isn't it? Right now. Colours seem a little brighter, the air a little lighter, and perhaps you've even begun to feel that gentle shift within you. Like opening a door that you hadn't seen before. You're stepping through now, stepping into the simplicity, the joy, the wonder. And doesn't it make you smile, knowing that life is inviting you to play, to trust in the unfolding, to embrace the moment, to say yes to the dance? You might find yourself already saying yes without even realizing it, because this is who you are, who you've always been, and who you're becoming again now. So as you feel this, as you let it settle in, you might begin to notice how effortless it is to carry this with you, like a tune that lingers in your mind, like a melody that reminds you that life is a game, a playground, a dance, and you've always known exactly how to play. And as you hear these words, you might begin to notice a growing sense of curiosity, a gentle shift within, as though a door you've always known existed is quietly creaking open. What if life has always been inviting you to step into something deeper, lighter, more playful? Imagine deep within you there's a part, a radiant, boundless part that thrives in joy, that understands the language of laughter, of exploration, of sheer wonder. What if this part of you already knows the secret, that to step into the higher dimensions of consciousness, to truly enter the kingdom of heaven, you need only bring forward a spirit of a child, a spirit that's fearless in its simplicity, curious in its exploration, and ready to embrace the profound wisdom at play. Take a moment now to imagine how life would unfold. You allow this playful, curious energy to emerge. There's nothing to force, nothing to prove. Instead, you're simply receiving. And as you receive, you might find it easy to relax, to let go of those old stories that said life must be complicated, or hard, or heavy. Because what if, instead, life is asking you to let it be simple, to let it be light? Picture this. Life is a grand game. A game where the only rules are these. You receive, you explore, you play. That's it. As simple as that. And notice how, as you consider these rules, a sense of relief might wash over you. Isn't it fascinating how effortless it feels when you step into this space? Think about how a child enters a new game. They don't hesitate. They don't question whether they're playing it right. They simply dive in. What if you could do the same? What if the gateway to a richer, fuller experience of life is simply waiting for you to decide to step in? As you let this thought settle in, you might notice a deep truth bubbling to the surface. What if it's okay to release the belief that things must be hard? What if you could trust that life is already guiding you, gently, steadily, towards the simplicity, the joy, the wonder that's always been yours to claim? And imagine how the world could shift when you choose to see every moment as an invitation to play, to explore with curiosity, to create with ease, to embrace each experience as a part of a beautiful unfolding game. Because here's the secret. The kingdom of heaven, it isn't far away. It's not somewhere else, waiting for you to find it. It's here, right now, And to enter, all you need to do is to receive. Receive this moment, receive the next, and the next. Notice how simple it becomes to receive when you allow yourself to flow with the ease of a child's wonder, when you stop resisting and instead let yourself be carried by the natural rhythm of life. And as you're hearing this now, you might already begin to feel a shift happening. That part of you, the playful, delighted, boundless part, is waking up, smiling, stretching, remembering how good it feels to let go of the weight of trying to control, and instead trust the wisdom of simplicity. Notice how it feels to realize that playing with life doesn't mean you abandon your wisdom. It means you deepen it, because true wisdom is simple, and simplicity is profound. And now, notice how this idea begins to settle in deeply. Life isn't asking you to be perfect. Life isn't asking you to be serious all the time. Life is inviting you to dance with it, to move with it, to create with it. And isn't it curious how, as you allow yourself to play, everything seems to fall into place? As you align, you rise. And as you rise, you might notice how natural it feels to release the old patterns, the ones that told you to hold on tightly, to analyze everything, to keep things complicated, because those patterns no longer serve you, do they? And as you step forward today, tomorrow, and beyond, you might begin to notice new ways of being, new ways of playing, new ways of receiving. Imagine what it feels like to open a door a little wider, and then a little wider still. To feel with every breath, every laugh, every moment of lightness, you're stepping further into alignment, because the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's always been within you, and now you're choosing to enter fully. And isn't it delightful to discover just how easy it can be?